Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. So I just started the recording. I'm just kind of making sure that it says it's recording. Okay. Yes, we're recording. And welcome everyone. I'm Anna Zobel, and I'm one of the coaches on this team. And I'll just turn the time over to Sarah so that we can get going. I'm going to be in control of the slides. So Sarah, you just let me know when you want me to switch slides. So
Okay.
first, Sarah will introduce herself.
I'm Sarah Donaldson. I've been in Beachbody for, since October of last year, and it has really changed my life. As you can see from the pictures here, uh, I was not pregnant in that first picture, even though it looks like I was. That picture, the before and the after, were 21 days apart, and that was
Wow.
my transformation with 21 Day Fix Extreme and Shakeology. And after those 21 days, I realized that suddenly I didn't need any of the medications that I was taking before. I didn't need naps every day. I didn't need to suck in every time I was around people. And I didn't need to hide from pictures anymore. And I just felt so much happier. So I decided that I wanted to share that with everybody because people were asking me every day what I was doing to look so amazing. And it wasn't just my weight and my shape, it was everything. I just had an attitude that was so much more improved, and I was so much happier, and I started smiling again. I stopped yelling at my kids. So Beachbody
That's
really did.
amazing.
Well, yeah, I was in a really bad place, and it just really helped me to be where I wanted to be. And it got rid of my migraines, and I really owe a lot to Beachbody, and it really saved my life. Go ahead and change the slide. That's enough about me, right?
Yeah.
So, Team Beachbody is a fairly recent addition to the Beachbody program line, or I guess their services, because before they had great videos and they were helping people, a lot of people, but they just had the fitness programs and the Shakeology. But they noticed that people were telling all of their friends, and that everybody was coming to Beachbody because they were hearing about it from their friends. And they also noticed that when they had a network of friends, that people were so much more successful. So when they started, they decided to do Team Beachbody and compensate people for telling their stories and sharing their successes. And they also had a network there of people that could help you with all of your fitness needs. And so you'll see from the last slide to this slide, there's so many more programs after Team Beachbody came along. And that's because there was so much more demand, and there were so many more people that were connected in this network of support and friendship and knowledge, that Team Beachbody was helping the business grow so much that they had a higher demand. And you'll see all these programs that have been helping people since 2009. It's grown exponentially, and it's been a major change. Now there's nutritional programs and menus and so much more to help people. You can go ahead and change the slide, Anna.
Okay.
Part of that is Shakeology. And I know that when I started, my nutrition wasn't really bad, but I was just missing the things that I needed. So I wasn't really eating unhealthy things. I just wasn't eating enough of the healthy things. Like I wasn't getting the macronutrients, and I wasn't getting all of the um, everything that I need to balance everything. So I started doing Shakeology, drinking Shakeology every day. And I noticed from day one that it curbed my cravings completely. Like the morning that I had it, I sat around a table. Well, I didn't sit around the table. I was sitting with a bunch of people around a table, and everybody was eating chocolate cake. And I had no desire to have any. And I was just so amazed that I didn't want any. And so I kept drinking it, and I noticed that it helped me to get through my workouts. It helped me want to eat better, and it helped me not really like I got to the point where I wouldn't eat Cheez-Its that used to be my favorite because they just didn't taste good to me anymore. And it was because I craved healthy things. And so it's more than just a meal replacer, more than a lot of people call it a protein powder. And it's more than that. It's everything you need as far as your nutrients. And it helps you, as you'll see on the slide, it helps you with lowering your blood pressure, cholesterol, triglycerides. My sister is diabetic, and when she started with her Shakeology, she has had fewer complications of her diabetes, and it's really helped her. I have a friend that has PCOS, and Shakeology keeps her PCOS in check, and she doesn't have nearly the problems or the prescriptions that she had before. I mentioned that it helped me to not have prescriptions. Really quickly, there was one prescription that my doctor wanted me to fill, and I would stare at it before Shakeology. I would stare at it every day and say, I don't want to fill this. And so then when I started drinking Shakeology, I realized I didn't need it. And I asked my doctor if I had to fill it, and he said, no, you don't need to fill it if you don't feel like you need it anymore. And so it's just helped me so much. And I can get more into that if you want to talk to me one-on-one. So I mentioned before that there's fitness programs, the nutrition from Shakeology and from the groups. They have lots of menus and meal planning, and all of the fitness programs have meal plans to follow. And there's peer support in the groups on Team Beachbody. So all of these things put together really make for a successful program. Not to mention, if you are a Team Beachbody coach, you get referral bonuses when you tell people, like you would normally, even if you weren't a coach. You get referral bonuses for telling people about the programs that you're on. So there's also the incentives that the company has. They have little fun contests and competitions all the time. So when you put all of those things together with the challenge groups, the nutrition, the fitness plan, you're going to have results. Not to mention the guarantee that Beachbody offers. You have 100% guarantee that you'll love it or you don't have to pay for it. I mean, there's no other nutrition plan or fitness plan that will put all of those things together for you and then say, and if you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. So that's truly something that only Beachbody can do in the way that Beachbody can do it. I mean, other people have come close, but nobody's come close enough to compete with that. So in the very first picture on these proven results slide, you'll see Anna, and that's her transformation there. These are other people in our team, and you can see that they just they stick with it. This isn't going to do itself. You have to wake up in the morning and do your exercises and eat right, but this makes it so much easier. It makes it so that you want to do what you have to do to get the body and the life that you want. This is a lifestyle change, not a diet. This is not a crash or a trend. This is something that people do because they want to live better. And it's a way for them to have that, to be able to live better. You'll see some of these pictures are so drastic that there's no way that these people didn't have other areas of their life affected by this.
Yeah.
Anna, do you want to?
Yeah, and I think the next part's my part. I can't remember because I think I didn't move my slide up. So if that's okay, I'll take over now. Let's see. Okay, I'll do my introduction slide and then I'll finish it up. So I'm Anna Zobel. Like I said, I am a new mom. My husband and I have been married for 11 years now. You have to count. And we have a baby, and she's super cute, and you guys get to see me working out with her whenever you're in our groups and stuff. And I have a picture here of me doing martial arts with my baby. I actually started martial arts as a hobby while I was 6 months pregnant, and so that's kind of a fun side thing that I do. I'm a nurse practitioner, and I assist in surgery for neurosurgeons. And I've been a Beachbody coach since 2012. I am passionate about this because in my nurse practitioner training, I always learned how to treat things like Sarah was talking about, the diabetes, PCOS, hypertension, all of those things, heart disease and everything. They taught us to treat it with medications that have tons of side effects. And so to me, and then at the very end of the chapter, they would say, oh, well, and if you can get people to actually change their health behaviors and lose the weight or actually eat healthy food, and they would talk about the superfoods that are the ones like in Shakeology, then they'd say, then the people wouldn't need these medications, and they'd be able to live a healthy, happy life, basically. But it would kind of say it as if like, well, but people aren't going to do that. So these are the things you have to prescribe to them. So I just love that I can have this coaching as an opportunity for me to give back and to actually help people prevent all of those terrible diseases that come with obesity. And so let's see, I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay, so this is about coaching, peer support, and our team of coaches definitely is one of a kind. We have a growing team, and we definitely get tons of support from everyone around us. The nice thing is that when you join our team, you get support not just from me and not just from Sarah, but we have amazing coaches like the one that I joined with, and she has all sorts of training, and she's been doing it since 2012 also, so she has tons of information. And we all give each other, like if somebody comes up with a great way to do something, we all share it. I got these slides from another coach. And so, and you can see that we help each other out. Like there's notes at the bottom of the page when you watch this recording. I mean, it's not like this is a huge mystery. We just help each other out. We do the best we can. And that's how we do it. And it says, who can succeed as a coach? And it kind of just gives a smattering of like people that are on our team. I'm a nurse practitioner. There's engineers on our team. There's rad techs. There's definitely a lot of stay-at-home moms, which we love. There's army wives. There's military people. There's teachers. And I believe it's on the next page that it says what you don't have to be. What a coach doesn't have to be. You do not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. And it says you do not have to be already at your fitness goal and nutrition goal. Which usually it's actually, what I like to tell people is it's actually better for your friends to see you as a coach getting, becoming better, getting closer to your goal weight and that kind of thing, and not already be at your goal weight and say, hey, now I'm going to coach everybody, and so not that if you're at your goal weight, that's okay. You can also do it that way. But, for all of us that still are working on it, you're real to people and people are going to relate to you better if you are still on the journey. And you do not have to be a salesperson. So what a coach should be is sharing with people how they can change their lives and achieve their goals. Committed to being proof the product works. So like I said, you get up every day. She was saying you have to get up with your alarm and actually do the workouts and actually drink the Shakeology or whatever supplements they have from Beachbody. We call it a product of the product. So you have to show that you're doing what you're asking other people to do. And that way you're going to get the results and you're going to help other people get the results. Like she said, there's a money-back guarantee. We know these products work. We know the fitness programs work. We know the Shakeology works. And so it's just a matter of, are you willing to do it and do the work? This is not a quick fix for anything. It's not a, lose weight super fast thing. I mean, Sarah had awesome results in 21 days, but she worked her butt off to get those, and she actually followed the plan. And anyway, so then and then the last thing it says, you should be a coach that is improving and developing themselves. I have definitely grown a lot over these last few years of being a coach. in my life and in coaching. And so I think we talked about how what's amazing about this opportunity is that it kind of brings everything to the surface. So, we work on personal development every day. You read books, you listen to audios and all that kind of stuff to work on yourself. And the nice thing is that we are here for each other, and we really try to grow together and have personal growth. So then this next slide is about all sorts of support that you get. So the training and tools, it literally is overwhelming for new coaches, honestly, how much training and tools are available. So when you start as a coach, we give you a getting started right call, a GSR, where we look at that 7-day business quick start. It's a little PDF sheet, and it has tons of actual little links in it that go to trainings and go to different websites and stuff that give you even more training. And then we have coach internships, we have coach basics, coach universities, all sorts of things. Then with communications, it mentions the national wake-up call is every Monday. And then you get emails from Beachbody. There's also social media where you can go on YouTube and search all sorts of training videos from all the coaches that in the whole network that are willing to share their tips and tricks with you. So it's almost, like I said, it's almost overwhelming. And so we do try to help you kind of sort through all of that to be able to get started right away. But the biggest message here is to not worry about that you don't know everything about coaching. You don't have to know everything. You can just jump in and start doing it, because we have all of these things that as you go, you can definitely look up the things. I mean, there's even a thing called Google. Like, honestly, I just Googled something today and the Beachbody website came up, and right there was what I needed, and it went to the Beachbody FAQ. So the rewards, as coaches, we do get commissions. So the way that they do it is we get 25% of any amount that people order off of our link that we give them. So Beachbody gives you a link, and you send that link to your friends, and Beachbody does everything else. They ship it to them. They, do product fulfillment, all of this stuff. They package it. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of product and have it in your house and try to sell it all. All you have to do is send them the right link, and you get a 25% commission. And then you get bonuses for team growth. We do go into that more with the coach training. But just as you help others join your team, then you do get team bonuses for the volume that your team has. And then the trips and the recognition. So the trips is what I am excited about. I love to point out that on this screen there's a picture of a cruise ship and a bunch of people on this cruise ship deck near the pool, and there's a stage in between the pools. And that is the live workouts that we got to do with the celebrity trainers. So I got to be on that cruise, and it was so fun. It was like one of our favorite couples trip that my husband and I went on. And here we were, it was early morning, and like the sun's rising up over the ocean, and you're like having this double-decker workout with Shaun T or Tony Horton. And it was awesome. And there was a couple of other pictures of us, dancing it up on the cruise here. It was definitely a lot of fun. So, okay, benefits of being a coach. So you set your own work hours. You focus. You can either do part-time or full-time as a coach. And the nice thing is that you can build it online or in person. I have met some of my coaches on our team in person. Most of them I've met online. It just depends. And you get to share your passion with others and attract people that way. And so, anyway, let's see. So you do need, we do encourage you to set business hours, but it's nice that you can do it how you want to. I know a coach that he decided he was going to work at night as a coach, and he would just answer all of his messages at like 2 and 3 in the morning and do it then, so that he could sleep in. Okay. So let me just briefly go over the options. You can join our challenge group as a customer or as a coach. And so as a customer, you would join with a challenge pack. You get the fitness program, your first month of Shakeology, and 1 trial month of the Team Beachbody Club subscription, which includes the Beachbody On Demand. So, and then let's see, you can also do a fitness program only or the Shakeology only. So to join as a coach, we do need to send you a different link. So definitely make sure you tell us that you want to join as a coach. So you get a challenge pack again. So usually the coach enrollment fee is $39.95. If you buy a challenge pack, it actually waives that fee. So it's definitely cheaper to just get a challenge pack to enroll as a coach. And again, you get the fitness program, you get the nutrition plan, you get the Shakeology, and you get a month free trial of the Teen Beachbody On Demand. Let me see where I'm at here. Let's see. Okay. So then after you join as a coach, there is a ongoing business fee. It's $15.95 a month. So I just have to make sure you know, so that you know you're going to have the business fee charge, and then the next month you'll just have your Shakeology, but you do get 25% off of everything after that. So you're actually still saving money on your Shakeology, even though you're paying this $15.95 a month fee. It still is cheaper to do it because you have the 25% off. So, but the $15.95 a month covers all sorts of different things. Beachbody does all of our promotions. They, like I said, they do the product warehousing, they do the customer service, they do the technical support, they do all these trainings, they do the Success on Demand, which is, again, for personal development stuff. But the biggest thing they do is they maintain your website for you so that when you send a link to somebody, people can buy stuff from your link and get, and then you get 25% of what they buy. Okay. So I've been going through this pretty quickly, but I really want you guys to just stop a moment and maybe after this is done, think about this. I like this quote. It says, "Fear, forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours." So I know that there can be lots of fears around, whether or not to be a coach. I still have fears, and so don't believe anyone if they say they have no fear, So I still have fears. Like I said, we work on personal development all the time, and I still have fears like, what if I'm not enough? What if I can't help people? What if I don't know enough? All that kind of stuff. So I try to work through that. One mantra that I'm kind of working on is I say, what one coach can do, another coach can do, So basically I'm saying, if I can do it, you guys can do this. Okay. So these are some questions to ask yourself is, who can I help? Think of a couple of people in your life and say, who could benefit from this? And then what can becoming a coach do for me? So, what are some benefits that you see in this? And then last is, what are my goals and dreams? Are there things that you want to do in life that maybe you can't do in your current career? Do you have goals and dreams of truly helping people in some way? I remember, years before I'd even heard about Beachbody, I remember telling my husband, like, oh yeah, I want to come up with like this website that, helps people women find access to information about health, and all this stuff. And I wanted to somehow make it a business, and I wanted to earn money from it. And I really wanted to help people with their health also. And so, this has been in my heart for almost my whole life, basically, is that I truly want to help people improve their health and actually prevent the terrible diseases that come with obesity. And I wanted to make money doing it. And this definitely gives me the opportunity to truly have both fulfillment and the income and stuff that I wanted. And so it just right now it's giving me that little extra money every month to do the things like my karate, the martial arts. This pays for that, things like that. So Sarah, did you want to add anything else? We've got about 8 minutes.
Well, I will say that at the time that there was kind of a turning point for me in Beachbody where I had to kind of make a decision if I was going to stick with it or if I was going to give up on it. And I decided, just one second. Hi. And so I decided that I was going to give it one more month, and that month I was able to help 4 people, and it really, really changed my outlook on my impact for other people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. And I love hearing your stories about you, like was it your sister that got off some of her medications and stuff? And
Well, actually, my daughter, sorry, I had somebody come into the building, so I had to help them. My daughter has von Willebrand disease, and she has endometriosis, and I kept looking at the medications for that, and the side effects were so much worse than the symptoms and the problems that she was having. The doctors were not very encouraging, and she was constantly in pain, and he said that she'd probably never have kids if this was going to keep on the way that it goes. And I got the impression, well, if nutrition and Shakeology is so important in my life, why not try it with her? If it helped me with my health, why not try it with her? And when my daughter started Shakeology, noticed a decrease in the pain, and then eventually, now that she's been on it for several months, she has no pain anymore, and she didn't have to take any of the medications, which were frankly cost more than the Shakeology does every month.
yeah.
And now she doesn't have any of the negative side effects, only the positive side effects of Shakeology. So it really it does so much more than just replace a meal or cut out calories or give people extra muscle. It really balances your body's nutrition. That's all I really needed to share.
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree. And some people say, well, I don't need to lose weight, so maybe I don't need the Shakeology. And I actually, say, no, actually, that you still want to drink it even after that, because these are the things, like I said, that I kept learning about in my nursing classes and my nurse practitioner classes. They're like, yeah, if people could have these antioxidants and phytonutrients and the micronutrients that you need to have that optimal health, then, maybe you could actually prevent your heart disease and diabetes and all those inflammatory processes.
The
So,
other thing that being a coach has done for me is that now I make enough money in referral bonuses and such that I can cover the cost of my husband's performance line and the cost of my daughter's Shakeology. So I'm not even paying for any of the Shakeology in my family. That's 2 bags of Shakeology and performance line every month. And I don't
nice.
have to pay for it because the work that I do helping other people pays for it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what some of the questions we have in the notes are is, what would you do with a little bit of extra money each month? Would you pay for your own Shakeology? Would you help pay for vacations? Which that's what I did. Like last year, I went to a wedding. I paid for my plane ticket to go to a family wedding. Would you pay off debt? Says, would you get a pedicure? That's what I've done with it sometimes. And then, of course, there's unlimited possibilities. We have to say that there's no guarantee for any amount of income. And so, which is true, you can have some weeks that you have $0. But there's also the possibility of really building this up. And, my friend here in Idaho Falls, he just wanted to make enough money to make it so his wife didn't have to work, because he and his wife were just like passing ships. One would come home to watch the kids and the other one would leave. And so he just wanted to make like $10,000 a year so that she could stop working. And he was able to do that within, I can't remember how long, if it was over a year or 2 years, I can't remember. But then he was like, wow, and he really kept going on it. And he got to where he could do this full time. And they ended up so that they could actually pay off their entire house. I mean, how would you feel to have that kind of financial security, to not have any debt at all? And so it's pretty exciting for him. I'm just, he's got such a sweet wife, and then they had more kids too, because now they could afford them and stuff. And that's just been his wife's dream her whole life, because she saw her parents having to go to work all the time. And so I'm just so happy for them. So again, what we say is that we can't guarantee any amount of income, but we can guarantee that the more people that you're able to help change their lives, the more money that you will bring in, because you are helping so many people. So,
and our friend Holly said it best today. Can you hear me? Our friend Holly said it best, where she said, you can't have a millionaire's income on a minimum wage work ethic.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it does take work, and we say, sometimes I say, oh, it's not hard work, it's not like you're out digging ditches, but still, it takes dedication. You have to get up in the morning and do it, or stay up late, or, Brigitte Linford, who's my coach that I joined her team, she has, also paid off her house and retired her husband and everything, but she worked very, very hard, and I don't begrudge her at all, because she was getting up at like 4:30 in the morning in order to get this done, and so she could have time with her kids later in the day. And so it does take time, but we will show you. We have trainings, all of that kind of stuff. So we've got to end, because it's going to kick us off anyway, but I just want to leave you guys with that message that this is definitely something possible for you. So if you want to help people, and you have goals and dreams that this can help you with, it will help with you, then we would love to have you on our team. So make sure you message whichever coach sent this to you and get the link from them so that you can join, because we will be having a coach training starting very soon. We're trying to get everybody just kick-started in for this next month, because we have a pretty exciting challenge coming up this next month that you guys can take advantage of. So I hope that helps, and I'm going to stop the recording, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
Oh, go ahead.
No, just good night.